Sam says, Sam says, can I use this? I'm gonna say no.
Yeah, I'm gonna say no.
It's gonna go off.
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna say
It is great.
I'm gonna say this is not.
Yes, that is pals. That is pals only for sure.
Inner circle.
Yeah. Oh, Sam says, but out of context. I feel like the context would be pretty clear.
I think the context, the context will be pretty clear.
If you want to use us talking about why we can't talk about this, then maybe that's something.
That could all.
We can just allude to it, and I can do a really harsh transition to speaking of not counting on things. Donald Trump does not care how much this war in Iran is going to cost all of us. How do you like that one?
I like it.
It's true.
On the White House lawn this morning, Trump is asked about how worried is he about how much this war is going to cost Americans and their financial situations. Donald Trump says he doesn't care, quote, even a little bit. The only thing that matters when I'm talking about Iran, they can't have a nuclear weapon. I don't think about Americans' financial situations. I don't think about anybody. I think about one thing. We cannot let Iran have a nuclear weapon. That's all. And there you have it, folks.
Wow.
I mean, I think that's true. It's honestly, I think this is sort of one of those Trump moments where everyone is like, can he say that? And it's like, well, he actually is just sort of like accurately articulating how every president that we have ever had thinks.
Yes.
Yeah, that definitely is how every other president conducts sort of like international diplomacy. They're like, this could make eggs more expensive, but I don't really give a shit. Like the SEALs need something to do.
Yeah.
You know?
Or like, in any other like line item in the budget, it's like, well, we don't have the money for this, but we're spending, what did Pete Hegseth say today? It's cost like $29 billion so far to like just get our ass handed to us by Iran. And they're like, well, like that money doesn't count. Like, that's not actual money. That's just like war money, which is, endless and infinite and, just constantly renewable. But yes, I think you're exactly right, Cros. Like, this is one of those things where Trump is just like, why should I pretend that like I give a shit about anything except
we say this a lot
the
on
war.
This pod. Like, Trump is incapable of being intellectually dishonest. Like, he really is just going to say it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, he is. And, good on him. I mean, we should have these conversations about how the money that, all of us just sent to the government like a month ago is being used in a context that is as honest as possible from the government. And that's pretty honest. Like, we sent all those billions and billions of dollars over to Donald Trump, and he's like, I don't give a fuck about you guys. I want it all for losing the war.
Speaking of, shout out to Discourse Blog's accountants who have been my personal tax accountants for many years, and who I have referred many of my other freelance friends to. Those guys, whatever they're doing on down there in those offices, and they're doing all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out to, what are they called again? All-stars in the accounting space.
Shout out to them, like very politely following up like once every 3 weeks for the entirety of tax season until I send them 40 different 1099s 2 days before the deadline and say, can you figure this out, please? And then they do it. And then they do it. Great.
And it's seamless.
And they're nice.
Yeah. And they're nice.
No, I mean, I was like, I like blew past like their stated deadline. And, then I wrote them like very ashamedly being like, is it still okay? And they were like, just like send it on over. That's what you want. That's what you want.
Yeah.
Shout out to accountants.
Shout out
this
to
time of year.
Shout out to the Discourse Blog accountants. We won't refer you, unfortunately. We can't let the secret go too far. Only inner circle can have.
Yes.
The referral. Yeah. They only work on referral. So
yeah, Sam, you gotta bleep out when I literally said the name of the guy. You're gonna have to shout out to those guys. Shout out to those guys in that
Yes.
city.
Oh wait, Alex.
That they are in.
Alex, I think you
What?
forgot to do the intro.
No, we're gonna do it.
Oh, okay. This
We're
was the
gonna do
cold
it
open.
right now. This is a cold open.
Oh,
The
wow.
cold
Very
open was-
topical cold open.
Wow.
I know. I thought we mixed it up.
Yeah, nice. That's
You know what I
good.
mean? We're talking about finances, a personal finance.
That's
corner.
good. I'm loving it.
You know what I
I'm
mean?
loving it.
Cros is newly W-2'd.
Yes.
Well, I haven't gotten paid yet. Payday is
This
the
week?
15th.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that will be my first
Yeah.
check.
Nice.
It's
Huge.
gonna rock.
Nice. I hope they're paying you
bet.
decently.
I do think that I will get like 90% more libertarian when taxes are deducted directly from my paycheck instead of like at the end of the year. Well, as a freelancer, I don't know. It would be interesting to see if I was more libertarian as a freelancer or more libertarian as a salaried employee. Because as a salaried employee, they tell you what your salary is going to be. And then you divide that by like 12 or 24 or whatever. And then that's not the number on your check, I think, because of
Taxes.
taxes, the government,
Yeah.
civic
Yeah,
duty.
all that shit.
Yeah.
And that seems wrong to me. However, as a freelancer, you get all of the money that they tell you that you're going to get, but then the government decides a secret amount of it that they're going to take from you.
Yes.
But the good thing about being a freelancer, though, which I guess is a libertarian thing, is that you have an option to pretend that the secret number is different than it actually is. And you
Yeah.
can kind of play this little game with the government where you're like, I think I should give you
This much. Yeah, and this is
And-
where our accountants come in and they're like, we think it should be this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But also, isn't it
And-
like if you do like one freelance thing, then they're like, we can treat you like a freelancer? In terms of like deductions and like all that shit.
I don't know.
Oh.
I leave that to the
maybe.
accountants to figure out.
Yeah. Please
Yeah.
don't
Take financial advice
take
from
financial
us.
advice from any of us. Although, we're all
None
we're
of
all
us are
solvent as far as I
to
know.
give it. We're barely qualified to receive financial advice,
Yes.
let alone give it.
These are these are three people who pay not insignificant amount of money every year to have professionals do our taxes for us.
Yes.
Yep.
So
Yes. And there's no way I'm going back after that experience.
oh my god,
yeah,
absolutely
absolutely
not.
not.
Absolutely
I
not.
was talking to another freelancer this year who, like, very ashamedly, one of my buddies came into the group chat and he's like, "Hey guys, like, I think I messed up. Like, I'm trying to do my taxes on TurboTax and
No.
like, it's showing me a really big number. I think I'm really in the hole. I think I messed up." And I was like, "No.
No. Come
Call
over
our
here, my
guy.
friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Call our guy
Yeah.
and sort it out." And like, he will file an extension for you.
Yeah.
And then you will get set up. You will pay this man between $300 and $500 based on some sliding scale that I also don't understand, but
Nope.
I never question. It changes every year how much I pay them, and I don't care. They could ask me for any number, and I will not question it.
Totally.
Yeah.
Because it will always be lower than the number the government will ask for.
Yes. No, I'm
Yeah.
I'm like whatever you say, like fine.
Whatever you say. And the effort,
Yeah.
the time and effort saved along, worth it, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
completely. Wow, who knew this was going to turn into
A pro accountant.
Tax
an
chat.
advertisement
chat.
for
It's been a
our
long
specific
time.
accountant whose name we won't tell you? But yeah, I mean, if you can ditch TurboTax.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
A scam. Ditto
A scam.
H&R Block.
A scam and
Yep.
and like a platform that allowed me to fuck up my taxes so many times over the years.
You know what I think? If I were a braver man and I existed in the real world, or perhaps like New York of yore, you know how when you're walking around the city, like everywhere, there's just like random signs of places that it's like year-round tax preparation services. Like there are CPAs
Yeah.
everywhere
Oh,
for those
yeah.
with eyes to see.
Yeah.
Like they're all around. I'd like to think that like in another era of freelance journalism, when I would have been getting paid like $4 a word to write like one talk of the town piece every 6 weeks or something like that.
Yeah.
Like all of the writers that you read about, which is, I fundamentally think, is the amount of labor that I should be doing to contribute to society.
Yeah.
Is like doing one
Party report?
1,000 word talk of the town piece.
Yes.
Like, yeah, every like 3 to 6
Yes.
weeks. But I like to think in a different era, I would have just like walked into one of those shops as if they were like a cobbler or like a guy, and just been like, hello, will you do my
Yeah.
taxes? And like they would just be like incredible at fraud.
Yes.
No,
essentially.
I mean,
I just
did this
pictured.
once.
Oh yeah, go ahead, Alex.
I worked with Hamilton's accountant
Oh,
one
of
year.
course.
Hamilton does seem like a guy who
Yes,
would do that.
of course.
Yeah.
Of
He
course,
has-
Hamilton has a guy.
He
Yeah.
has his accountant. I don't know if he still goes to him, but he's like on the Lower East Side. It's it's at an intersection. This isn't a real part of town. He's like an Italian Gordon Gekko. He's chain smoking cigars the whole time, and he's like basically like haggling with you about whether he's gonna do your taxes or not. I guess that's like part of the bit. And then he just like does your taxes, and like the whole time you're sort of like concerned about the legality and ethics of everything that's happening. But it all gets done, and nobody gets audited. So
Yeah.
That's all you need.
it's all tax is just a game of chicken. I think we should all just acknowledge that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're all bluffing.
I'm just picturing Cros, you just like going into one of these like smoke infested, nicotine stains everywhere, horrible coffee, and just dumping like just upturning like a giant like bag full of receipts and
In
invoices
1099s.
just onto some guy's like desk and being like, "Can you do my taxes, please? This is the scrap of paper that the New Yorker gave me
Yeah.
in January."
A hand mailed 1099.
Yeah.
Well, that's the life I was meant to be living, but
Yeah.
this is the one we're in.
Boy, is this
Oh,
is it?
boy, is this not the
Hold
world
on.
we want to be living in.
I have to get up because I accidentally put the safety chain on the door
Oh, you
by
locked her-
reflex, and now Kara can't get into
Okay.
our house. One second.
Oops.
Sorry, babe.
I never put the safety chain on.
I just do it sometimes when I'm like, if I either come in the house and I don't remember to lock the door behind me whatsoever, and the door just is sort of like open and I'm in the house for long periods of time, or I like lock it and then just do the whole safety chain and like barricade myself in. But then sometimes I do that like before Kara has gotten home.
Yeah.
And then she gets locked
because you
out.
feel unsafe without her in the apartment.
Or I feel unsafe about her re-entering the apartment.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm not gonna go there.
One of the two. One of the two. We'll see.
Welcome to Discourse Pod, the podcast where we discuss the discourse, brought to you by Discourse Blog. Jack is here.
Hello.
Producer Sam on the keys. And back with us in the third chair, newly minted senior writer at Rolling Stone, Jack Crosby.
Yes.
Hello.
Hi, Cros.
Welcome back.
It's good to be back.
I love the sound of that. Senior writer at Rolling Stone.
Finally.
It's
Good
nice.
things come to those who wait, and then wait a little more.
and wait, we did, baby.
Yeah. Congratulations.
No, I'm lucky. The media industry, as we all know, is it's not great out there. It's cold
You're
out in
hearing
the
it more and
wilds, you
more.
know, and the fire is those flames are flickering low.
I think now that you have this gig, everyone at Discourse Blog who like wants to be in the media industry is now like gainfully full-time employed at
Yeah,
a news outlet, which is like
yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
But, you know,
it took us. Yeah,
like-
it took us 7 years since the death of our last website.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
we all made it.
I mean,
know?
it just goes to show, if you hire someone from Discourse Blog, we will do a good job for you.
Yeah.
Well, too early to tell for me. But
Except for Cross.
And to think,
Yeah.
we've
jury's
all,
still out on little old me.
all of us who wanted to have media jobs all got hired at one point at Legacy Media.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Well, because that's legacy media is the only thing that exists anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't. The blog era is over.
Listen, yeah,
And I'm sure we could talk about that for an entire podcast. But
we
like,
know all
digital
about
media
that. We
finally dead.
just watched The Devil Wears Prada 2.
right.
Yeah.
Right.
You know,
We know
so
all about it.
We're well aware of the threats facing the media.
Kara went to a event the other day with the costume designer of The Devil Wears Prada 2.
Okay.
And they were given at this event, it was like some talk, a full length, very large
Wow.
version of
Oh.
Runway magazine.
Wow.
Which is
Shit.
really fun. It has like real ads inside of it, but then all of the articles and everything in it are written like in character.
Uh-huh.
Like
Whoa.
an editor's letter from Miranda Priestley.
Oh my God.
Oh, wow.
Like,
okay.
And then there's an article later on in here that's like by like Andrea Sachs, and like, yeah, so it's like everyone, like the masthead and everything is like all the characters. It's actually like,
Okay.
it's actually kind of cool.
Can I just say
Wow.
those like pictures of the contributors, etc., are so much more gigantic than anything you would
and
see
glamorous, and they
in a real
actually would be.
magazine. I love that. I'm like, why, why can't they make us like look so chic?
Yeah. First
yeah,
issue
I just
of Rolling
had-
Stone you're in, Cros. We're gonna all cut it out and put it on our fridge. You're
Or
waving
they
the
should put you on the
masthead.
cover.
All right. Well, listen, I have been in Rolling Stone before. I've been on the contributors page.
But your first
however,
time as
I
on
am
staff.
Yes. However, and that is this issue.
Right.
Wow.
Okay.
That-
You're already in.
Wow, my
That,
true
yeah,
milestone.
we got it.
The Noah
we got
Kahan
it today.
issue.
Doesn't release for a while later. Yeah, Noah Kahan, brilliant. But yes, while you're talking about the contributor pages, listen, brother, finding the right photo for that contributor page, it took me a long time and did make me realize that I have not had a even remotely professional photograph of me taken since Victor Jeffries
I was gonna
shot
say, did you-
portraits at some like splinter party,
Listen.
which I did not use. That one I used a different one.
Yeah.
But it was a long negotiation between me and the photo editors as to which photo was going to be used for that.
they
Listen, I still
rejected
use
your
my
first-
GMG headshot.
Did they reject your first offer?
Well, there were a couple of photos that like one of the photographers had actually taken of me on assignment, but in one of them I looked really bad, and then in another one I was wearing like a hat and sunglasses, and that was kind of out like I looked cool, but it was in a hat and sunglasses, and they were like, we need a clear photo of your face, so we found a middle ground eventually.
Okay. Yeah. I still use my Victor
And
photo
yeah.
like everywhere. I'm like, no one's gonna take a better picture of me. So
Yeah,
why bother?
That's true. Yeah, those black and white photos were kind of iconic.
They
Yeah.
were.
Like
Everyone
Yeah.
wanted one.
They were. And I remember
Yeah.
I remember yours was a good one, Cros. And actually yours
Yeah.
was too, Alex.
Yeah, we all had good ones.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry.
No.
Oh, producer Sam, sorry to rub it in. You never got one.
Oh, sorry, Sam. Well,
Oh.
listen, you chose to live in Texas. So,
damn.
Brutal.
I mean,
Damn.
what can I say?
Anyway.
Yes, Sam. You also, producer Sam has noted that in the fake version of Runway magazine that my wife got at the costume designers event, Paige DeSorbo from Summer House, a common recurring theme of my appearances on this podcast, is one of the like. I think she has a cameo in the movie itself. I haven't seen it yet, unfortunately. But yeah, she's like in like a big like Tresemme ad in here.
Wow.
Yeah.
The ad integrations in this movie are really next level. Like
Yeah.
they're gonna teach this movie promotion in like a marketing class at fucking NYU Stern.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I bet they like clawed back so much of the budget.
I bet.
And yeah, I mean, it's also it's the perfect movie for it because like if there's any movie where it's like I'm not either gonna notice, or even if I do notice, like I'm not gonna care about product placement. It's like, yeah, this is literally how magazines make money. I would almost like, it would be weird if there were not prominent product placement in this movie.
Yeah. Also, it's
Like-
literally called The Devil Wears Prada. Like,
Yeah.
Right.
the-
Right. Right.
It's right there in the beginning. It's not like The Devil Wears like made up fashion name. If you want to hear more about this, you can listen to our special deep dive
Last
on
week.
The Devil Wears
I'm sad I
Prada.
wasn't on that one.
Yeah.
Well,
next
time
they
we
do
have a movie club.
Yeah.
when they do Devil Wears Prada 3.
3 in 20 in 20
I'm
years.
there. I'm absolutely there with the same cast. Anne Hathaway will look identical.
Meryl
Streep?
Streep will be 100 years old.
3 years old.
Yes, and will also
Yeah.
probably look identical.
Exactly the
Stanley
same.
Tucci also identical. Remarkably non-aging cast.
Yeah.
Maybe that's something that like celebrities getting work done, sure, yes, whatever. But it does feel like in recent years that there has been like we've really like fallen off a cliff of like celebrity immortality. I'm thinking of like all the A-listers now who really like very much just kind of stopped aging, at least on screen, in like roughly 2010, I want to say.
I mean, I think like they've just made leaps in
the advances in
plastic surgery technology.
Have really come a long way.
And they're able to do like way more, non-invasive, like blah blah blah. I talked about this in the pod. I think Meryl Streep kind of looks the best out of all of them in the movie. In terms of like aging well, but they all look quite sprightly.
Speaking of what is also not real and terrifying, AI. Republicans obsessed with this slop. One of our other topics on here was Spencer Pratt's absolutely insane video, like, I don't know if they're campaign ads or just videos. So for people who have not seen this, Spencer Pratt, the former reality TV guy, is running for mayor of LA on a like honestly pretty like sort of boilerplate conservative guy running for office in California platform. But he's been releasing these just like absolutely batshit, like fully AI campaign videos that like portray him as like Batman, and the current incumbent mayor Karen Bass is like in weird like Joker makeup and stuff like that. And it's like it's all just like very bizarre. And of course, like the like Fox and Friends crowd has like all lost their minds over it. Like Meghan McCain has been like, this is brilliant, haha. Like they're all like clapping like seals for this like thing that portrays like Gavin Newsom like splattering spaghetti sauce on his white shirt or something like that. Because every video that AI makes, everyone looks wet. I don't know why this is like a common thing of AI filmmaking or of like AI images in general, but it's so wet. Like everyone is wet with something. The skin looks like vaguely wet, and like
they're all glistening weirdly.
It's all like it physically, like I can immediately tell even like the most convincing AI like videos from actual things shot of like actual human people, even if they've been retouched, because it like immediately makes me feel like vaguely nauseous. Like I get that kind of like nausea, like mouth watering, where you're like, I'm looking at something really slimy.
Yeah.
So Spencer Pratt has been releasing these like batshit ads, and I don't understand why like the right wing uniquely, maybe it's just because like it's so much more boomer coded, I guess, and they're very like boomers, and just the stupidest like crypto people on the internet are just so impressed by like the little bleep bloop computers can do or something. But like it's awful.
Yeah, I watched.
Producer Sam is pulling up one of the videos now.
Yeah, I don't know if I watched.
Please, I'm begging you. There's homeless drug addicts in front of the schools. My children aren't safe.
Look, if you were a transgender migrant, I could get you a free pussy.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Closer.
Bass already solved crime. I endorse her.
SP. That's Spencer?
Yeah.
Wow.
Joe Rogan.
Is that Joe? Oh God.
It's supposed to be Joe Rogan, I think.
Oh my God.
I like the DSA.
Why is Hugh Jackman?
Wait, why is
really
Hugh Jackman there?
Wow, Karen Bass as Joker.
Mom, look.
Mom, look. Oh my God. Okay, yeah. Spencer Pratt, for people listening, is now beating up people with TSA shirts on for some reason.
This is a machine.
It's also so
Why are they
funny.
in Washington now?
It's so funny to think to put.
Oh, and now
Of all
Karen
the,
Bass
like-
has a tomato thrown at her?
You can do it, Spencer!
What? Marco Rubio is a DJ?
Marco Rubio DJing, yeah.
Oh, Gavin Newsom. Oh, wow. Everyone's getting fruit thrown at them. Including by the DSA people? I thought they were like... Okay. Why am I expecting this to make sense? LA is worth saying. Okay.
So, just while we're on that,
Incredible.
When I was writing like a short news blog about this earlier in the week, and when I was looking for information, the filmmaker that's behind that video, and they released another one today that's also like disturbing and
Air quotes
nauseating and whatever.
filmmaker.
Well, yeah, the AI filmmaker got a glowing write-up on that was titled something like "The AI Filmmaker Who Is Taking on Hollywood" or something like that.
Oh, boy.
And the lead image was what's his name again? The chubby little kid that squeals and delights the internet with the Costco guys.
Oh, the Rizzler.
The Rizzler, yes.
Wow, I
The
cannot
opening
believe I
headshot
pulled
was
that.
the Rizzler in the cockpit of a like fighter jet in Top Gun Maverick. Anyway, I guess actually take one guess as to which publication this appeared in.
The Free Press.
I think you'll. Yes, yes, got it in one. I was like, I know you're gonna get it in one. Yes, it was the Free Press.
Of course.
The Free Press
Oh
did
my
a
God.
long.
They're gonna
glowing
put
interview,
him on 60
with
Minutes
this
in
man
like
about
3
putting
weeks.
the Rizzler in Top Gun Maverick.
Wow.
And now he's doing Spencer Pratt.
Can
ads.
I
So-
say, everyone like read Cros's blog on this. Maybe we can put it in the show notes.
We'll link to it to his story in Rolling Stone.
Yeah. First of all, Spencer Pratt, he is unrecognizable to me. Like, I guess I haven't actually like seen his face in a long time, but he looks so old. It's
Yeah.
kind of wild. And secondly, the wildest thing from your blog was when you quoted a politician or a former politician saying, "This is the best political ad like I've seen all year," or something like that. And it was none other than Jeb Bush.
Jeb, baby.
Jeb fucking Bush.
Jeb.
Like, are you kidding me?
In the world of AI, Jeb Bush can just create an audience clapping for him whenever he wants.
Oh
I
my
think.
God, I bet he actually does that.
Yeah. He could like layer, like you could take an AI like version of like a Jeb Bush speech and just like add, I mean, I guess you could do this before AI, but you could just add like a rapturous audience to
Yeah.
it, just clapping.
Yeah, that's wild.
Maybe he does
Yeah,
it.
I bet he
I don't know.
he does like AI videos where like it's election night 2016 and Wolf Blitzer's like, and the winner is Jeb Bush, 50 state landslide.
You know what a really funny AI would be? Just like a very subtle AI where it's the George Bush like mission accomplished picture, but like it's just Jeb instead of George W. Like, do you think like I feel like he has that, like he sees that in his dreams sometimes, like he wants that. you
Yeah,
know?
it's certainly a man of unfulfilled dreams. Well, why do you think that Republicans are so into this shit?
Enamored with this kind of like slop. Is it really as
Yeah.
simple as like they get to see sort of their wish fulfillment and their fantasies come to life, and the sort of the quality and the fidelity of the actual content is sort of unimportant?
Yeah, I was thinking about this when I was writing that blog and just like trying to figure out why. I mean, there's a whole bunch of different things here. It does seem like embrace of AI has kind of become politically coded. Like it's pretty verboten, I would say, on the left and in a lot of the communities that like we talk to on a daily basis to be like openly like super pro AI. Like everyone kind of understands that it's like sort of this gross thing that some people are really into, but like it's become another one of these things that like certain sections of the right have like wholeheartedly embraced, you know, like crypto and like the whole Elon Musk of it all and stuff like that. But I feel like it in these ads specifically, it's crossed over. Like I never, for all of her faults, like I don't think I ever saw like Meghan McCain like going all out for some like crypto scam or something like that. I don't think Meghan McCain really has like that strong of opinions on Elon Musk, you know, like she's, you know, a different type of Republican, but they're all in on these like, and I think you're probably right, Alex, that it's just like, it's just wish fulfillment. Like so much of that worldview already rests on just being able to sort of create a reality. Like it reflects the reality that they think they live in. It's the only time that they can get like actual video because videos of like things happening in real life do not connect to the reality that conservatives live in without like significant amounts of like manipulation and stripping of context, right? So now it's just like AI. You can make up your world.
Well, I mean, this just popped into my head, but like it's sort of on a continuum in a certain way. What's his name? Who's the like crazy ass cartoonist who like always drew?
Scott, what's his
Ben
name?
Garrison.
Oh, Garrison.
Ben Garrison.
Oh.
I was talking about this in an editorial meeting the other day, and don't steal my idea.
Okay, I won't.
But I was saying someone needs to call Ben Garrison and ask him what he thinks about AI, because I haven't seen like sexy buff Trump in so long that was actually drawn by a human being. And like justice for Ben Garrison. Like his job has kind of been
he's been supplanted.
All of the sexy buff Trumps now are AI. And like that's an actual human that used to be a human being's job to draw sexy buff.
Yes,
Trump.
he would have drawn
and now,
that.
Like, we've
he would have
outsourced
drawn that Trump is Jesus thing like very willingly. He would have done it for
at
free.
the drop of a hat.
I think everything you said is correct. I think it comes back to like a couple things mostly. First, like you said, like it's very like trigger the libs coded, like these kinds of AI slop videos specifically. You know, I think that's like one of the reasons that like those Iranian like AI videos like are so sort of effective, because they're using like the language that like the MAGA people speak in to mock them. And then also I think, you know, not only is it trigger the libs coded, it's also now associated with like all of these tech people who have completely like subsumed themselves into the MAGA universe, you know. And so like to be into like doing AI is also to be into Elon Musk and into like all of that shit. And then I think, you know, they also are using AI as a way to get back at, you know, a cultural landscape that they are very both afraid of and contemptuous of. I mean, you know, one of the things you see from these like tech people over and over again is just very gleefully being like, AI will replace art. Like, you won't need to have anybody drawing anything anymore. You won't need to have anybody like making a movie anymore, or a picture or a song. You know, everything is about like this deeply sort of nihilistic decimation of all of these forms of cultural production. And I think it's so much of it comes back to like they associate all of that like with, you know, like the woke mob with their sort of political opposition. And so like the medium of AI then becomes a way to, you know, send the message that they now have a way to circumvent like these systems that they falsely believe like have shut them out, you know. And so it all sort of combines like into this very, very toxic combination where you just have like these complete maniacs using AI to express their complete mania, you know, or to like look really stupid like Spencer Pratt as Batman.
Really harmful
it's
art therapy.
Yeah.
It's an offshoot too of just like the complete and utter cultural defeat of the right, that they keep every so often there'll be like one of those like weird dime square perverts that'll try and be like, I'm doing a literary scene, but like from the right or something like that. Remember Ayn Rand? Like we've all heard of her, you know, or something like that. And where they say like, you know, conservative art can be good.
Right.
And it's just like, yeah, I mean, you can count the examples of like conservative art that are like, you know, objectively interesting or good, especially in the last like 30 years on the fingers of like one hand. It's like, I don't know, fucking like Zero Dark 30 and like probably like a metal band that has weird, you know, Swedish influences that they don't want to talk about. Like, you know, but like are functionally really good at playing the guitar. I don't know. That's like kind of about it. But like nobody who actually makes and creates things wants anything to fucking do with them, which is why they keep like getting Kid Rock to do shit.
Right.
Yeah.
And there was actually, I go back to, there was a clip of Nick Fuentes, unfortunately. You don't got to hand it to Nick Fuentes, but like there's a clip of him where he's watching like Turning Point USA's like alternate Super Bowl halftime show or
with
something
Kid
like
Rock.
that, where like he's watching it and you see him just like slowly just being like, oh God. And he says to his people, he's like, if this is the best that we have, like we're cooked. Like nobody is going to want to watch this. Like everyone is going to want to watch, you know, the brown multiculturalism infecting America, because he like openly admits that like, yeah, Bad Bunny is sick.
Right.
And like,
Right.
it's cool to watch that.
Yeah.
And he wants nothing to do with this horrible. And so you can like AI as an opportunity for the right wing to be like, look, we have Bad Bunny, but based.
Right.
We have based Bunny over here. And it's like some weird, like wet, slimy, computer generated interpretation of like actually good musician, but they're, you know, they've like AI'd their skin tone like several shades whiter and tried to make their own or something like that. Like this is the only, that's all they have.
I just can't get over fucking Jeb Bush being like, wow, wow, like this is fucking incredible shit. That sort of says so much to me about where we are, like about Jeb Bush being like, okay, this is how I'm gonna like win them back. You know, that sort of like type of Republican, like being like, you know what? I fucking love this video where all this crazy shit is happening. And then Spencer Pratt shows up as Batman. Like, that's my politics now. I mean, it's bleak as fuck, but it says a lot.
Sam, can you just, I mean, at the, you know, at the risk of like, love, like, you know, making fun of people for how they look and the way that they are. But I'm just going to do that because it's funny and it's Jeb Bush. Can you just like pull up on the screen for people who may be watching video of this, if that exists, like what, just like Jeb Bush's Twitter profile picture. Just like, this is the man that is saying, wow, best political ad of the year of a like AI Spencer Pratt Batman thing. I just like look into his eyes. It also looks like it's been like weirdly like Newt Gingrich like airbrush.
Yeah, it's
of some
I
kind.
think like they didn't.
Oh God, it's so big.
I think they didn't upload like an image that was big enough.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so it's all pixelated. Yeah,
Smooth to
like,
hell.
Oh.
Oh God! Also, speaking of aging badly, all of the Bushes, like the Bush men. Like, have you seen George W. Bush recently? He looks horrible.
Well, in their defense, they're really old.
Yeah,
aren't they?
Yeah.
Like, how old is W? And is like he's got to be.
I think he's probably
close
like
to
76, 77, something like that.
Let's
George
see.
W.
He's 79 years old.
79? Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Listen. That's encouraging to me because
it is insane that like everyone who has been president except for like Obama is the only president that like we've had in the past like 30 years or something like that was born like later than 1950 is just, it's insane.
That's encouraging to me though, because it really reinforces that we are closer to a world without George W. Bush in it. And that can only be a good thing.
Oh, wow. Yeah. W is looking, it's major peepaw hours.
Yeah. Oh, is that Laura? Wow.
Okay.
Wow. Haven't seen her in a while.
Laura doing fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Bill's 80 years old, Bill Clinton.
Yeah.
And
he's 79 too, actually.
And he looks like bad.
Yeah, he looks like shit.
I don't know. I haven't seen him recently, but like when he was like stumping for Biden and stuff like that, it was like, oh damn,
He looks like
which one's going
Skeletor.
first?
Yeah.
Oh, and Hillary is 78.
Hillary still looks like fine.
Yeah,
right?
she looks fine.
She looks like mostly fine. Yeah, she got the like. I feel like evil is kind of like IBS. That there are like two brands of it. Like one makes you go really fast, and one makes you like just kind of stop in place forever. And like you never really know which version of it someone's gonna get. Unfortunately, like Donald Trump does seem to have the like stop in place forever version of evil, because everyone's like, he's gonna croak all the time, and they do those like zoomed in photos of like the weird stuff on his hand and his face and his whatever, and I'm just like, that's just kind of like, it's just like it's life threatening conditions just kind of like whizzing by and like glancing off of him, but like it's gonna take something.
Yeah.
Like
Also, like,
you know,
like I doubt he has many of his original like internal organs. Like there are a lot of people who have or who will be harvested on behalf of Donald Trump.
It's like the Trump of Theseus or something like that. Like, is it still Trump if you've replaced every single part of it? I mean, I think we're gonna find out 40 years from now when that is still the centerpiece of the MAGA
when he's
movement.
in his 10th term.
Yeah.
Like that's what JD Vance's ultimate purpose actually is. Like he's a blood bag.
Organs.
Like
Yeah. Well, that would explain like why Trump keeps him around. It's not for his political or diplomatic skills.
He's setting JD and little Marco Rubio against each other in the war to be Trump's successor. And whichever one loses is actually just going to get recycled into Trump. And whichever one wins is going to be told that like it's almost your time, like soon, you know, soon.
Yes, Trump must unfortunately.
Yeah.
Well,
Producer Sam,
I mean,
thank you for pulling up a fresh pic of Donald Trump.
Yeah.
This is from today. This is from today, right?
I mean, at no point did Cros say that Trump looks good.
No.
You just said that said that he appears stable in terms of like he's not actually going to like die anytime soon.
Because the thing is that he's looked this bad
the whole time
for 20 years.
Yes.
Like he, you know, and occasionally, yeah, sure. I do think that he's been slowing down a little bit. He doesn't quite have the juice that he had back in 2016 when he's making these public
He's definitely
appearances.
sleepier.
But also, like, he's definitely sleepier.
Yeah.
But like, who is?
Yeah. No,
you know?
I'm tired
sleepier.
all the time. I'm way sleepier than I was 10 years ago. You know, because like some shit's gone down in the world.
Yeah.
I also think like you can't really make fun of Trump for the way that he looks because he's just like he's never once acknowledged or changed or I feel like early on it used to be common wisdom that like, yeah, he actually is insecure. That's why he has the whatever hair situation he has going on. That's why he puts on so much orange makeup or whatever. But now I'm almost like my new theory of Trump is that I'm not sure if he actually is insecure about the way that he looks. I think that he just like, he's so comfortable with this way that he is that like nothing is going to, and he thinks that looks good. And that's the only thing that's important to him. Like he doesn't wear the orange makeup because he's self-conscious of how he looks without the orange makeup on. He wears it because he's like, I look good this way. And like people will make fun of me, but they're just jealous because I look good.
I think also, you know, maybe he once like had that kind of insecurity, but like at this point, I mean, talk about someone who has only had like validation about himself for an incredibly long time. You know, like he has like so many people around him who are reaffirming to him that not only does he look good, but that he's essentially God, you know? So I think in that context, like you are going to set aside like any sort of qualms you have about your appearance. Like it's all part of his thing. And he's like, this is what people want from me. They want me to look this way. You know, he's made everyone else like in DC look like he wants them to look.
Yeah.
You know,
the shoes.
So like, yeah, the shoes.
The shoes are really funny.
You know, like like MAGA face for the women, like all that shit. So like, yeah, why would he have a problem with it? Like it's gotten him this far and that's pretty far.
Things we don't have problems with. Speaking of, it's time to move into our final segment, Cultural Rex. Jack, do you have anything?
Let's do it.
I do. This is going to be New York specific, unfortunately, but sorry. I can't help where I live. Well, I can, but, you know. I'm going to say some words that I never thought I would say in my life, and that is, you should go see Cats.
The Jellicle Ball?
The Jellicle Ball.
You're the third person this week, and it's only Tuesday, who has recommended Cats Jellicle Ball.
Okay, well, that's because it's really fun. And like, I am not a Cats person. The only experience I'd ever had with Cats before seeing this was the movie. And you know,
wait,
I was
the weird rotoscope like dots version?
Yes, the dots version with Taylor Swift and Jennifer Hudson and Jason Derulo and James Corden. So I was like, I don't understand why this was like such a big thing. And And after having seen Cats the Jellicle Ball, I still don't understand why the original Cats was anything. You know, but the way, like, the reason that it works, and for people who don't know, like, they took Cats and they transformed it into like an actual like ballroom, like, you know, Vogue, etc.
Sorry, is this a play?
Yes, this is it's on Broadway.
Okay.
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 Thank
you.
Like, it's like
We're out of my depth.
it's like
here.
it's all Cats. They do all the same like songs and like the same words, but
It's all Cats. It's
like
really funny.
It's all Cats.
Okay.
Okay. You know, but they do it in the style of like a drag ball. Or like a, you know,
This looks like one of those Japanese game shows.
It's like
Yeah.
you think it wouldn't work, but it really works, and it's like one of the stupidest things I've ever seen in my life. But the vibes are like kind of unreal, and the dancing is really good. You know, and it's just like it just gets you ultimately. So I recommend very highly.
I'm squinting at all of this very heterosexually. I realize,
Yes.
but you know what? My ass is parked in this seat. I'm listening. I'm learning. You're calling me in, and I'm gonna say that's a great cultural
Thank you.
recommendation.
Yes, you know, it's about,
you know, I'm gonna broaden my horizon.
yeah, it's, you know, because whenever people watch Cats, they always said, you know, there need to be more queer people of color doing this T.S. Eliot poetry, which I didn't realize until I saw the show, that it's not like an adaptation of T.S. Eliot's poems. They're literally just like reciting like old weird ass rhyming poetry from T.S. Eliot about a bunch of cats who
are competing to die.
Who are competing to die. And like T.S. Eliot is in the program. It's like book by T.S. Eliot. He won a fucking Tony Award for Cats.
Freak.
Like, it's the most insane thing like that has ever occurred. But like they finally actually figured out a way to do it that doesn't make me, speaking of cats, want to claw my eyes out.
What a rack.
The human race is such a wondrous and special thing,
Yes.
concept.
Yes.
You know? What can we not create?
Speaking of, Cros, do you have anything this week?
Well, damn, I was just going to say that I like that silly new Netflix show about the woman basketball executive.
Oh, the one with Kate Hudson.
Running Point. Yeah, with Kate Hudson.
Great show.
Kara and I have been having a great time watching that. Fun show. Speaking of product placement, really knocking it out of the park with that one. But it's okay because, you know, again, that's sort of what the show is about. No, it's been great. I love Chet Hanks. The second season.
Chet Hanks is in it.
Yeah, he plays a basketball player.
Chet Hanks has a major role. Second
Wow,
season,
that's
slightly
good for
less
him.
of an important role in the second season, but still a lot of good Chet Hanks moments. You know, fun little portrayals. Nice little show. Justin Theroux really having a lot of fun in a very lighthearted role.
He's getting back to his roots, his comedy roots.
I'm into it. We enjoyed that. I'm enjoying the second season of Beef. We have not finished it yet. It did bring me back to a constant cultural thing that I'm always thinking about, which is which young member of the Riverdale cast will be the first to win an Oscar.
Charles Melton.
And it's going to be Charles Melton. There's really no, unless like, I don't know, Lily Reinhart or something like really comes in off the top rope with something that nobody sees coming, but like otherwise it's going to be Charles
Justice
Melton.
for Cole Sprouse.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really. Who knows what he's
or is
doing?
it Dylan Sprouse who's on the show?
I don't
forget.
know.
Justice for that one Sprouse kid.
Yeah. What did they? No, we're not. We don't need to get into that. I was about to ask a stupid question, which was why were they, the two of, they're both famous. Why?
Well, because they were they were
Disney show.
Disney Channel
Oh,
stars
Disney.
when they were
Okay,
kids.
okay,
The Sweet
okay,
Life
of. Were they Zach
yes,
and Cody?
Sweet Life of Zach and Cody.
Wow. Okay.
And then they like went away. I think Dylan is like, what does he do? Does he like own a bar or some shit like that? And Cole is
He owns like a
I'm
brewery or
happier.
something in Williamsburg. Couldn't
Yeah.
tell you. My cultural rec this week is, speaking of Netflix, recently added to Netflix, the aughts teen mystery drama Veronica Mars was added to Netflix. And yes, I am rewatching it. And yes, it mostly holds up. Highly recommend.
I never saw Veronica Mars.
You would be really into it.
Yeah, I'm sure I
You
would
be really into it. It's actually, the original show is really
good.
quite good.
Yeah.
It's excellent.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll watch it.
Including the movie was added and the fourth season, Hulu 4 seasons on there. It's all there, start
Wow.
to finish.
It's wild how every other like streaming company was like just decided en masse, like fuck it, we have to put our shit on.
We
Netflix.
have to put on shit on Netflix, yeah.
Yeah.
Exclusivity my ass.
Yeah, they're just like, well, we lost, and they did.
But you know who
Yeah.
keeps winning? Our Frasers.
Yes, thank you,
Our Stan
Frasers.
Army. Thank you, Frasers, once for listening for another episode of Discourse Pod. If you're a subscriber, stick around for our bonus After Dark segment. For everyone else, we'll see you next week. Bye.
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 Discourse Pod is a production of Discourse Blog. I'm your host, Alex Chan. Jack Merkinson is my co-host. Our producer, editor, and art director is Sam Grasso. You can listen to every episode of Discourse Pod at discourseblog.com, on the Substack app, YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.